You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, and none of this world. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Beverly from Downen Creative Studios, and today I have the most awesome guest and one of my really great friends, Matt from Mooseforge Creations.
Hello.
He is joining me today on a special series that I'm doing on what we do in the shadows.
Awesome.
What's up, man? So you made one of these costumes.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I created Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows.
Love it.
He is played by the wonderfully talented Matt Berry. And
Oh my God, your name is Matt.
my name is Matt too. It's awesome.
Is
So,
that part of the reason why you chose it?
yes, now it is. Yeah. But no, love the show. I'm a huge fan of the movie that originated in New Zealand, and when they brought it to the US audience and switched up some of the vampires, I saw the show on FX, fell in love right away. Just the costumes, the
so
humor,
beautiful.
it's wonderful.
It's so beautiful. Well, I'm going to shut up a little while, and I want you to tell me all about this beautiful costume.
Absolutely. So this piece right here, this cape, was a collaborative piece between my friend Holly Jean Mosby and myself. Holly is a anime cosplayer. She does a lot of Lolita work, so she's got really great sewing skills, and I knew that she would be the perfect match to work together on a collaborative piece such as this.
Awesome. Wow,
Yeah.
that is so beautiful. Tell me about this applique. Did you make this or did you buy it?
This was a purchased applique. Unfortunately, I'm not aware of where it came from, but I know that when we were working on this, Holly dipped into her stash and found this exact antique gold
Oh my God.
to match with the gold applique that we used on the front side, which is by Yaya Han's cosplay line.
Oh my gosh. And now, is this like heat and
Yes,
bond?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So this was,
Oh my God.
yeah, pressed on to velvet.
Oh my God, it's lined and everything?
Yes.
This is so pretty.
Yes.
Don't you just want to wear this like out on the town?
The drape on it as well. It just really swings when you walk around. So
Oh my gosh.
a lot
Okay.
of fun.
So tell me about this.
Yeah, the interior was another collaborative piece with my friend Julie Chaddick, who is another wonderful seamstress.
I know Julie is. She's amazing.
Yes, Julie is a multimedia artist. She does a lot of jewelry making. Excuse me.
Elaborate flights.
Yes, elaborate flights.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's just incredible. So we picked out a really over the top silver brocade that just has a lot of pizzazz to it. So
It's very pizzazzy. What did you make this for? Did you make this for a particular convention?
yes, I actually created this for Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia.
And when was that? Was that last year or the year before?
That was last year.
Last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Dragon Con.
I know.
Have a moment of silence for Dragon Con. Okay, next year.
Yeah, next year. Dragon Con in Atlanta is just a big, wild expression of art and creativity and personalities, and I felt what better way to come back to Dragon Con than with a really over-the-top costume,
Oh my God.
such as What We Do in the Shadows.
No, and it's a perfect Dragon Con costume, and what is even a more perfect Dragon Con prop to bring is that hat.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the skinned witch hat
Oh, it's so
from
great.
season 1 of What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh my gosh.
When I saw it, I knew I had to make it because it was such a fun and weird prop, and it was just so much fun.
It is totally fun and weird. All right, so tell me, how did you make the structure of it?
Okay.
And how did you get it so disgusting looking?
Basically, to start with this, I started cutting out a paper pattern to size to my head, and from there I started using duct tape. I was using plastic bags. I was trying to find things to sort of keep the shape of this.
Oh, that's amazing. So you made the pattern, and
Yes.
then you transferred it over to the foam?
I did. I transferred it over to the foam, and once I had a really solid base to it and I liked the shape of the hat, I went in and filled in my seams so that we didn't see a lot of that underneath. And then from there, I started in on the process of using SKS Props foam clay.
That stuff is awesome.
It's very good, very versatile, really good for sculpture.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at the reference photos, the hat itself looks very like quilt work, right? It looks kind of quilted.
Because it is quilted.
Because it is quilted, and
it's
yeah. So I was basically making a beef jerky hat.
Oh, that's so gross.
I know. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
But so basically, I started building up forms. I took a Sharpie first, and I kind of went through and figured out where I wanted to sort of put my patchwork on the hat. And from there, I started to build up forms with the foam clay. You do have several hours of workable time with this before air dry starts to kick in and it starts to harden.
Yeah.
So as I was doing that, I used a whole bunch of different things. Sculpey Tools makes a really, really cool tool set that I can use to go in and sort of make these etched textures. And I kind of went in and started to kind of make things look stretched and kind of worn. So I went on the ridges and did a lot of that, and then I was starting to bring out a really organic texture to the hat. So once I laid that down and I had all of my sculptures and shapes right, I switched over to using Plastidip. And Plastidip is fantastic for just getting a really good all-encompassing coat. And then that was kind of at the point where we moved into the paint job.
So tell me, how did you achieve this very realistic look?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that I enjoy most about cosplay is that I can apply a lot of the skills that I learned through art college and professional illustration. I spend a lot of time doing digital work, so this is always a really fun chance for me to stretch those color theory muscles and kind of get into paint application. So when I was looking at the pictures, the color palettes were really jumping out to me because it was very, it had a lot of flesh tones, but it was like what happens after centuries have gone by to flesh. Gross thing to think about, right?
Sure, but when you're telling the story of the hat, that is something to take into account.
Yeah, so basically I started with, in the Krylon line, I was using just kind of a general hobby craft paint, but I found a really bright flesh tone. And then once I kind of had that down, I actually went in with some traditional acrylic paints that you would use for paintings. And then once I got all of those flesh tones down, I kind of went in with more of an earth tone set. So then that was when I was bringing in more of these yellow ochres and burnt umbers and everything, and I started to kind of push the colors down. When you do look at the quilt work, I think what stands out when you're looking at this from afar is that you start noticing kind of the highlights and the lowlights, and I wanted to kind of build up volume from a distance. So you start kind of seeing where I put more of the darker tones on the edges and then lighten it up in the middle so that you really get that quilt work.
Yeah, it's so gross. And then it looks like it looks like it's stitched, but you just painted that on.
I painted this on, and I love stage productions. I love theater makeup. I'm really fascinated by translating shapes and volumes to people that may be up in the second story, right? So with cosplay, you can still apply that.
Sure, the 10-foot rule.
The 10-foot rule. So for me, I thought about it. Initially, I ran a test on trying to stitch into the hat. It didn't work out very well, but what I enjoyed about painting it on is that from far away, up close it looks a little bit chunky, but from far away, you're really getting that illusion that it is stitched. And then you get up close and realize it's just paint.
That's genius.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how long did it take you to make this hat?
This hat took about a month. I worked on it a couple hours every couple days. Just kind of adding different things onto it. When I reached kind of the final point,
it's so pretty.
I actually went to Michael's craft store and I found a beautiful kind of like pheasant fall feather bouquet, and it just kind of fit perfectly.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and then I found this emerald green brooch on Etsy. And it just kind of fit the same kind of vibe as the cape and the aesthetic of what we do in the shadows.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
And I will say this, for the adult audiences, there is a secret on the back of this hat. A little hidden anus on the back of the hat, which has gone over quite well with audiences at times.
Oh my god, that's so gross! I love it. Awesome. Can I try?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It fits perfect. Perfect. You are ready for Halloween, my friend.
I love it. This has been so fun. So what is next for you?
What is next for me?
I know it's not Dragon Con right now because
I'm working on a little bit of everything. So I have I'm working on some illustration pieces right now, and I am working on a new costume from Fire Emblem Three Houses, the video game, because of the status of the world, I have a lot of time at home to utilize to be crafty and think about things and, just keep making. Just keep trying to be positive and just keep creating. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's some wise words to hopefully live by. Yeah, it's hard during these days. But
it is.
Anyway, well, thank you again. And where can we find you online?
Yes, so on Instagram, you can find me at Mooseforge_creations. And you can find me on Twitter at Matt with 2 T's Grigsby.
Hey, Elbow 5.
Elbow.
Thanks, friend.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Go check out his work. It's amazing. Bye.
Hi. Bat!
Okay, bye.